Well, new information at 6. A search warrant details how a postal inspector here in Madison uncovered suspected drugs being shipped through the mail.
Tonight, we're learning a potential connection to a local sheriff's office. WMTV's Ashley Wheel went through the 21-page document and joins us live in studio. Ashley, what have you learned about who was involved?
Now, we're not naming the person in the search warrant because they have not been formally charged. However, after getting a tip, we asked Columbia County whether the person named is the same person who's listed as a sheriff's deputy. HR referred me to the list of current patrol staff listed on their website, of which their person is still there. I also confirmed tonight that both Sauk County and Marquette County, someone of that same name, also previously worked at their sheriff departments. Now, according to the search warrant, U.S. Postal Inspector flagged the Montello address after finding multiple indicators consistent with drug trafficking. The inspector noted that the home received 14 crypto parcels since April of 2025. All of those were purchased using cryptocurrency and matched common tactics when illegal items are sent by mail. On February 24th, a search warrant for a package was executed and 15 grams of pills were found. It says a narcotics field test found a presumptive positive result for meth. It says the pills were taken and the empty package was sent to a home in Montello. After the package was delivered and brought into the home, officials were allowed to execute the search warrant of the house. On February 27th, it says pill containers, suspected steroids, pills and needles, as well as a scale and a cell phone were found in the home. The evidence was filed on March 2nd, but online court records do not show any more court activity listed. I asked the Marquette County DA to learn where the case stands and whether or not charges will be filed. The DA told me they have no comment at this time. Reporting live in studio, Ashley Wheel, WMTV 15 News.
Story will continue to follow. Ashley, thank you.